This is my audience: Brett, Abby, Justin, Brittany, and Zach. Nuclear weapons and their destruction seem to be a thing of the past when compared to new technological and biological warfare. We all remember the anthrax and smallpox scares following 9/11, and when we combine the past with these new threats, the reality is terrifying. One of these new technological weapons of today is our very own missile defense system, HARPP. With the use of this system, we can not only block our entire nation from missiles entering our borders, but we can also harness this effect on the ionosphere and focus the power of natural disasters where we want. Nuclear weapons are a minuscule threat in comparison to megalomaniacal governments playing God's hand. Upon review of the following data, I hope you can all see how dangerously close we are to self-destruction and speak out against the use of this global abomination. HARPP is a fairly well-known political topic that has stirred up quite a bit of debate. HARPP is a billion-watt ion beam whose sole purpose is to change the density in the ionosphere to create a sort of shield. Many countries believe that this technology is unfair and puts too much power into one nation's hands. By implementing the HARPP system, we are able to set up an EMP field perimeter around our entire nation. This electromagnetic pulse field will block out all communication to remote control access to anything within the perimeter, bringing down missiles, planes, or satellite contact to anything that enters the field. As beneficial as this sounds to all of us in the U.S., it is really just opening Pandora's box. EMP waves are a very common tool that are used in mind control and can cause rapid vibrations in the Earth's crust when focused in high concentration. Although it is not fully proven, there is speculation that our government could use the very tool they claim to protect us from outside sources with, to perform a mass mind control of entire geological areas using low-frequency EMP waves. Something else that is only speculation, but has logical evidence to support it, is the fact that we can cause natural disasters with this new technology. When we send this billion-watt ion beam into the ionosphere, it superheats the ions in the air, causing them to move faster and become denser, ultimately forming thicker air in certain areas, making RF transmission impossible. But harnessing the power of a tool like this does not come without consequences. When the ionosphere becomes denser, it has much of the same effects on the world that greenhouse gas emissions have, but on a greater scale. Greenhouse gases get caught in our atmosphere, and eventually over years they filter themselves out. But when the ionosphere becomes denser, it makes an impassable shield, trapping these gases and UV rays inside our atmosphere. It is said that when HARPP is in use, an upside-down rainbow can be seen in the clouds due to the superheating of the water vapors in the air. Another effect of this ion beam is the intense seismic activity it can cause with EMP waves. By focusing the ion beam into the Earth's crust, we can cause vibrations in tectonic plates, derailing them from their natural path, causing earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis. We all can see the benefits of having a power so great, but we must also take into consideration the mass downfall it can cause for all of mankind. When we think about how far our technology has come, not many of us go straight to weather altercation and think of computers. Computers have advanced beyond our wildest dreams in just the past 40 years, opening doors to these new types of technology. Imagine this: one singular person sitting at a computer screen, not unlike the one you're sitting on now, deciding the fate of the world and being only one click of a button away from global devastation. Thanks to the implementation of HARPP, we are now so advanced that we threaten our own existence, along with the existence of the Earth as we know it. This weapon can not only alter the weather, what the Earth looks like from the ground, but it alters the Earth's atmosphere in ways that are blind to us. By harnessing the power of natural disaster, we are really putting the bullet in the chamber of a gun pointed at the heart of society. The Myanmar tsunami accounts for 250,000 deaths from one natural disaster. If we and other countries choose to harness this power against each other, not only will our population suffer, but Earth's geography itself will be altered. Is it possible that our own intelligence will be our own self-destruction to insolence and ignorance? This is a very big issue we all face in the next decade, and we need to educate ourselves as best as we can on this topic. I believe that if this weapon is allowed to continue to be used, we will all suffer a grave consequence, the likes of which we will never fully recover from. Nature is something we have never been able to control, but learn to cope with. When we get the power to control nature, there's nothing to keep us in check but ourselves, leading to a world war and devastation, the likes of which we have never seen. It is time to band together and stop the start of a new era, and smite the embers in which a new tyrant thrives.